Hey, it's David. I'm here. Just hang on one second. All you're going to see today is this smiling face. So I'm just going to let a few people get in here if they're coming so that we can talk about this month's challenge. I'm coming, folks. Just waiting for a few people to get in here so we can have a discussion about this month's challenge. And I guess I need to get it up to take a look what's there. I'm so used to working from the office now, I'm having a hard time adjusting to the home thing today. Okay. Sorry, hold on just 1 second. Let's see. Okay, good. Good. Okay, we got some folks coming in. So first, I'm going to post the link to come in and to talk live on the call. Just going to post that here in the sticky on the top. And you can use that one to come right in and talk about it. You'll see that there at the top. That'll mean you'll have to drop out of Webinar Jam and pop in to the Google Hangout if you want to do that. So the problem with the advanced list building, we only have one challenge that is broken up into basically a beginning and an advanced. And if you remember, the advanced list building is pretty huge. The list building is even bigger. That's the one in July. And the truth is, I don't think we can break them out correctly. I think we need to do them all in 1 month and let people choose which route they go. So for example, Teresa Mills is telling me that this is her 12th challenge, the one this month, which means she gets the Lifetime Insiders Club after this. She took that means she would have taken the list building in July of last year, so advanced would be appropriate for her. But anybody that came in after July, advanced, of course, is not appropriate, which means it's almost impossible for somebody to complete the challenge this month if they didn't go through the basic list building. So I got to figure out a way for people to be able to complete a challenge this month, and on the advanced list building, because I'm not going to change it for the month. I just don't have time to do that with the workshop and all that other stuff. It's crazy. And so really what I want to do is figure out a way to make the challenge challenging, but make the challenge this month also so that it is doable by everybody. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. And I'm thinking, of course, it's not going to be daily this month because I won't be having daily activities for the advanced in the July challenge, because the July challenge comes with 27 1 hour long webinars, which is humongous. And there's a lot of advanced techniques in those. Plus, we have a total of total of 8 hours of instructional webinars for the list building. So I don't think we need to make list building any bigger. We just need to figure out how to get through this month as a challenge. So my thought around this is we got a lot of talk in the insiders group about the Kindle challenge that we did in January, about repurposing content creation. We covered some of that in, when was that? October, November? You know, I could always look. Hold on just a second. So I'm kind of thinking that we focus on building autoresponder content, excuse me, this month, because that is combined kind of both of those things. If you are, if you've got Kindle books, if you've got, what else? You're going to need autoresponder material, and that's really important to keep available. So if I look at the schedule of challenges, we have January is easy Kindle publishing. We did that. February is business operations. We did that. March is advanced list building. April is outsourcing solutions. May is YouTube marketing. June is advanced affiliate marketing. So we do have an affiliate. No, we don't have a basic affiliate marketing. So I can take the advanced off of that. July is list building. August is content creation. September is simple product creation. October is traffic mastery. November is found the money, passive income, and December is email marketing. Okay, so we have December and January, which were kind of about list building as well. We have October, which is kind of about list building as well. We have August, which is about content creation. That's got some impact on list building. And we have July, which is all about list building. And June is profiting from your list. In fact, all of this ends up being about making sure that you've got your list operating so that you can create cash every day. The advanced list building piece of this, when you listen to John Cornetta's webinars, and I want you to do that in either case, no matter what we do. I want you to listen to the advanced list building with John Cornetta and look at the instructions that we gave, because John talks about some very interesting techniques of solo ads, traffic, all that kind of stuff. But now, let's talk about the challenge for this month. So I'm just going to open up my spreadsheet here and we'll start marking out some ideas about how to make this challenge relevant for people and doable this month. Give me just a second. And I don't know that this will work because I have, that means it'll go to video. So I don't know how to work with my, if the sound cuts out, let me know, okay? Oh, that is not, that's going to be up there. Hold on. Screen share. Well, where is it? Okay, I have to do it this way. Forgive me for that. Just give me 1 second to get out of that and into this. Okay, so we did the Kindle challenge. You've got a Kindle book published. So let's establish a goal first for what the month should be. So the goal for the month should be, I think, is to create content to help build a list. Okay, so if you don't have opt-in pages, you don't have a list yet, you should build a report, let's say. So let's make sure that you have a report. Come from your Kindle book, can come from articles that you've written. What you're doing is building a lead magnet. So this turns out it's going to be a lead magnet month, I think. You should be seeing the screen, by the way. I hope that was the case. Okay, good. It doesn't like, yeah, and it, okay, hold on. If I take this separate like that, I should be able to share only that. So we'll try it again. There. Now, are you hearing me? Just fine. That's what I want to know. Let's see if I can make this bigger. Let's see, view. Oh yeah, Command Plus does it. Command. Still getting used to the Mac. Okay. Okay, good, good. And you can hear me fine. Good. All right. So this is, what we're talking about here is building the lead magnet. That becomes the goal for the month, really, is to build the lead magnet. Everybody okay with this? Building the lead magnet. So it is content for list. Okay, because if you're building content, it really works whether you have an opt-in page or not, because you're getting ready for it. So this really is all about having a lead magnet at the end of the month. Now, I can put together some stuff pretty quickly about building lead magnets and where to get lead magnets and all that kind of stuff. So, and you can actually incorporate all of these things that we've talked about, creating a autoresponder series. Let's see, report, you can do videos. I'm just talking about the repurposing ways here. So do video, you can do audio, you can do Kindle article. Okay, so all of these would be lead magnets that could drive to your landing page. If you don't have a landing page, though, that's what we focused on in July, and I'm not going to go back to building landing pages now. So the focus of this would be to create a lead magnet and supporting content. The reason we would do that is for engagement, consumption, conversion. Okay? All right. Does it make sense? Okay. Is this making sense for you? Truth is, I think that if we're in agreement that this is going to work, I can put together a couple of quick videos, and I'm also thinking that I don't want to build a daily video series on this, although it'll be important and will be incorporated into our July list building challenge as well. I don't want to build a daily video series on this one for the month. I think what I'll do is build 4 videos on this. Thank you, Julie. I am not the boss. I'm just somebody who's suggesting these things. So I think what we're doing here is I'll just build 4 videos that talk about what we're doing and why we're doing it and how to accomplish these things, and then you'll have a week to work on each of those things. That would be helpful, because this is going to be a monster month. A lot of you are coming to the workshop, and then next March, the March challenge will be all about social media. We're not even dealing with traffic here, by the way. Remember, this is just about content. We're not going to get into traffic. We're just going to do content. So that's what I'll do, is I'll build 4 videos and make this puppy work. Okay, sounds like we resolved that. Sounds like everybody here is thinking this is okay. Checklist to tactics. You can add checklist to tactics too, Tim is saying. Yes, I can. And so what else do we have to talk about? I want to talk about, you, since this is insiders, does anybody want to come on, first off, does anybody want to come on and talk about this with me? The link is at the top in the sticky box. If you do pop in, I know this is a introverted crowd I'm seeing here, so that's okay. What are we learning from all this, by the way? So adding value is the key to this, and making sure that we deliver what's needed is also the key. The thing, I've been thinking about this advanced list building thing for a long time, wondering how this is going to work. And of course, we don't make decisions. I don't make decisions about how things are going to work until I figure out I'm right up against the wall, usually, and that's what I'm doing with this. But as you see, being flexible and motivated and adaptive is the key to keeping people happy too. So that's what we're going to do. Let's see. So I wanted to talk about a couple other things. Can we move on? Anybody got questions about this? If we can move on, just type in here yes. And I'm drinking my coffee while I wait on yeses. Yeah, okay, Julie, that's more difficult. Solo ads and ad swaps will work, but you can't go to a place like, oh, Jim, yeah, we'll deal with that in a second too. Solo ads and ad swaps work, but they don't work so well for niche markets. You have to actually reach out to people, and that you find competitors in your niche, like yours is quilting. You find competitors in your niche or partners in your niche, and then you you basically invite them. I mean, you invite them to do a solo ad swap. You talk to them about writing guest posts, or it becomes part of your entire process. That really starts moving into integration marketing. Sorry. And integration marketing is really where you hook up with somebody else on their thank you pages or in their blogs or whatever, so that you can share their traffic. From an ad swap, solo ad perspective, you're not going to find a lot of places other than the IM world in those. I think Udemy, not UDEMY, but UDIMI was the solo ad site I recommended, and that one you're not going to find a lot in there that are really niche specific. Internet marketing world is very ad focused, ad swap focused, but it becomes an education process for you, so that you have to go to your niche partners and educate them on the value of ad swapping. Okay? Not really. No, you're not going to find an exchange for that, Julie. I don't think. You might. But you're going to find forums. Now, you find lots of forums and lots of people with customers and lots of people who are building products in those. And if you find somebody that's got a forum, they've got a list. And if you make a partnership with somebody who has a forum or a Facebook group or whatever it is, then that's a way, it's a similar kind of treatment for ad swapping. So you go to them and you say, I'll mail to my list if you mail to your list, and we'll get people interested in your forum or get them into your system or whatever it is if you will mail about my whatever. And they may not know about affiliate marketing, and you may not even want to mention it, because if they do it without being an affiliate, that's awesome. If they do it with an affiliate link, that's also okay. So, all right. So let's see. Jim said he clicked on the link to get into the Hangout, but it won't let me join the Hangout. Jim, you have to pop out of Webinar Jam. You have to remove yourself and try it. But I'll tell you what, just drop your question in here and we'll try to address whatever the question is as well. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to talk about was you're seeing a lot of webinars from me. I'm doing 3 webinars this week. Sorry, 3 webinars a day this week. And why am I doing that? I have been really light on doing webinars for other partners. And to tell the truth, it's got to be a bigger part of my business. So I am bringing a lot of people in, and I have a lot of people who are partners already, and I'm trying to schedule those and bring people in. And there's a real conflict that happens when you bring in too many partners. And one is the promotion that you can give them. So for example, this week, it is Tuesday, we did Daniel Hall. That was at nams.ws/gangbusters. Gangbusters. So, and there was a great program. I'm putting that link in here, by the way. You can see how we're doing with the auto webinars, because I want to talk about that too. And then yesterday we did Mike Stewart. Every day I'm doing Hangouts this week for the Pre-NAMS Mega Summit with Mark Harris and a bunch of instructors that's at 4 o'clock every day. And then I'm hosting webinars myself almost every day. So for example, yesterday's was Mike Stewart's. I was a guest yesterday morning on another webinar, and I was a guest Tuesday morning on a podcast. And last week I was a guest 2 or 3 times. Now, what I'm doing obviously is traffic, driving traffic. Jim, I would say stay right here for the moment. Because I don't know if you'll get back in. That's my concern. So the webinars are a way to drive traffic, especially when you're doing webinars with instant commissions. Now, I'm going to open up the one that I'm going to show you with Daniel, and the one that we've done with, just get a couple of these up here. Let's see. Actually, I think I have to go to the other screen. Just 1 second. That is there. Where is that other screen? Okay. Okay, so this is Daniel's webinars we did this week, and you notice that instead of going to the replay pages on the MyNAMS site, we're taking people to the auto webinar now. So the auto webinar says you get to choose. Do you want to watch yesterday's replay now, or you choose these dates? If I choose tomorrow, it schedules a time to do it, right? But you can also just watch it right now. But you have to enter your name and email address. This becomes a big lead magnet for me. It's a lead magnet. So I can post these, out on Facebook, LinkedIn, elsewhere, and start driving people to these spots and start driving more money into the system. So we're building a system now so that for every one of these, we can drive people in from different locations. And that's the plan, because every one of these have instant cash attached to them. Mike's is coming up. Mike's is going to be up this afternoon. And then we have a couple of other ones, you know, Udemy Training, which was Paul. And you'll also notice that one of the reasons that we started doing trailers for all of our webinars, and I'll wait till you see his face and then I'll pause it, is so that we get the 1 to 2 minute intro from the person about what they're training us on. And these are awesome for getting people into the system. We're testing different things. So for example, this is the buy button right here. So some people want to watch the webinar, some people just want to buy it. And you'll notice on Daniel's, we didn't give them the buy button, they have to go to the webinar. So that is, where is that? Yeah, so you sign up for the webinar or you start watching it. But when you start watching it, let me show you what happens. I hope this is going to, I haven't tested this one yet. But Cindy just built this yesterday, so I'm going to put my name in here. Well, maybe I should put it in the right spot. How about that? Register, get a thank you page from me. I think that's going to say, thanks for watching this webinar. I can pause that bad boy maybe, or maybe the webinar starts. Yeah, starts right up. Okay. Trying to make this bigger. That's kind of funky. We still have some work to do on that page, but in any case, you can see what I'm talking about. Okay. And there's no buy button on that page, so we have some work to do there. So anyway, this is what we're doing with these is setting them up as lead magnets. And we're still working on the system. And once we get the system down, we'll be driving these all over the place. So I'm really excited to get these things in place and start having these multiple streams of income coming in. Now, I've known about auto webinars for a long time and I've not used them. And I have 150 webinars already in the can, already in the system that we can start promoting. We'll probably go back to the ones that were most profitable for us, the most evergreen, and start driving them into these auto webinars. And we'll go back and we'll get trailers from everybody, or we will create a trailer for everybody. We'll create a better mast up here, and we'll have a better experience on the back end. We've tested every auto webinar system out there except Stealth Webinar, and we've landed with Easy Webinar. And I actually like Armin Morin's better, but I don't like that it's a plug-in on my site versus a software as service operation. Easy Webinar is moving to a software as service operation, and it's a little more reliable than Armin's. The great thing about Armin's is it's a one-time payment. Easy Webinar is an annual payment. All right. So the thing about Daniel's webinar Tuesday and Mike's webinar yesterday about membership sites, Mike's webinar was so good about creating membership sites. And you can do that, you can create content fast. That's the point of all of that, is you can create content fast using video. So That is why we're bringing those guys to you. I'm really focusing more and more on money fast, because that's what we're in business for, and that's what you should be in business for. Well, you know, I know that we're here to impact people and solve problems and provide solutions, but you got to do it to get money, or you're not going to do it very long, because it just won't reward you enough to keep going. So everything you get from us is all about the money. And that's why I bring these guys in to help create money fast. And it's all about implementation too, so you got to do it. Jim, you say, where can I find the replay of the guy creating the video membership sites yesterday with the iPad? That is in the works. We should have that up very shortly. And will I be using Easy Webinar instead of Webinar Jam? Easy Webinar does have a Webinar Jam-like front end, and we're going to test it. But the truth is, I'll probably stay with Webinar Jam. Webinar Jam's coming out with version 2.0. I'll make that decision at that point. If I have to pay for 2.0, I got a sweet deal on Webinar Jam 1.0. But if I have to pay for 2.0 and it doesn't enhance it more than it is, I'll probably end up staying with Easy Webinar. But we'll see. I've got both options. Okay? So what else? Julie, thank you. You're so sweet. Julie says, I have a great face for webinars. Isn't that nice? And so the truth is, I'm working on my voice for webinars. That's the key. Let's see. A great face for webinars means that you don't see me much on webinars. So there you go. And the replay for yesterday's membership site with iPads webinar will go out this afternoon. Does this double up on the names of those that have registered but did not make the original recording, i.e. two similar lists? So one of the reasons we're switching to Infusionsoft is that it doesn't duplicate names ever. It's a contact manager, not a list manager. It's a completely different concept. And in Aweber, it would do that. In Infusionsoft, it doesn't. All we do is apply a tag that you registered for the webinar, and then you registered for the auto replay. So it tells us that you either missed the webinar and would remove the tag, by the way, for registered for the webinar, and it would apply the tag that you registered for the auto replay of the webinar. So we may start going to a system called Wistia to host our videos so that I can actually get analytics, couldn't find the word, analytics on how much of the webinar you watch. And that's a great system, it appears, that integrates with Infusionsoft. So if we do that, I'll let you know. But right now we're hosting most of them on YouTube. And they are, that's a good platform for bringing in these webinars as well. You guys may have heard that Google Plus is going away next year probably, but Hangouts is going to stay. So let's see. Okay, if the products are still working, usually for passive income, using Easy Webinar. Okay, so Tim Craig says, if the products are still available, can we use the affiliate link to bring in passive income? You can bring the affiliate link in. You'll get tagged with new people that come to the auto webinars. But for example, if we send people to Daniel Hall, you would not get a commission from the sale of the Daniel Hall product. I get the commission. If you bring in new people into the weekly live trainings or to the auto replays, would get the new people tagged to you, so that if they purchase anything in our system going forward, you would get commissions that way. So yes, you want to do that, Craig. It's a great lead system for you as well. It's not an instant money system, but it is the passive income on anything they purchase from us. And Jupiter Jim is saying, do you have a moment to talk about why you don't use GoToWebinar? Yeah, I have talked about it before. We made the switch to what is this? Google Hangouts and Webinar Jam after Webinar Jam was out about a year, and Google Hangouts was out about a year. And I wanted to wait until they perfected it somewhat. And we still had some issues when we started with it, but it was because I had a business account in Google instead of a free account. It works better with a free account. But we made the switch because I hate the audio in GoToWebinar. Audio in GoToWebinar just is terrible. If they would fix the audio in GoToWebinar, it's a much superior system. And now that you can actually do webcam in GoToWebinar, I like that better too. But GoToWebinar has some limitations. The first is cost. It can be really expensive if you went up to 1,000 people. I was grandfathered in at 1,000 people seat, but even that was costing me about, I think it was $1,000 a year. So if I could drop $1,000 and go to a system that cost me $197 at the time for lifetime, now it's $297 a year for Webinar Jam, that was a smart move on my part from expense perspective. Jim says, how does Wistia compare to Vimeo in your opinion? That's one of the things we've got to figure out, Jim. Is Wistia better than Vimeo from an analytics perspective and an integration with Infusionsoft perspective? Wistia was out of the question for me last year because it was $100 a month. Wistia is now $25 a month for unlimited storage. So, you know, not a bad deal, unlimited videos, especially since you get all the analytics. So we got to take a look at both of those platforms. And Vida said, did you say Google Plus is closing down? Google announced, according to John Paduchek, who stays on top of this stuff for us all the time, Google announced that Google Plus is going to go away in some form next year. It's going to remain as a much scaled down version of what it is. People have been expecting that actually for a couple of years because it just can't compete with Facebook in a lot of ways. But Google never gives up. This is like their third try, right? Because they force you into Gmail and they force you into Hangouts and they force you into Google Plus, if you have a Gmail account, they have a huge membership base. So don't expect it to go away. I would expect it to revamp completely. I mean, their membership base, when you think about it, is even much larger than Facebook's. But they just haven't been able to hit critical mass with people using Google Plus all the time. One thing, Google Plus is built by engineers and PhDs who think like engineers and PhDs instead of thinking like marketers and users too often. So, okay, anything else that you want to talk about? Tim says, just a reminder about the NAMS t-shirts. Here's the link in the site that is namstshirts.com. I'm going to open that up in my other browser and show you what Tim has done. Tim does a great job with this, and I love that he does this. So let me get over there. I have to find it. There it is. You'll find that link too. Okay. MyNAMSTshirts.com. MyNAMSTshirts.com. And you can see that we have 3 different styles right now. Oh, maybe I've got it too big. Yep. You got the NAMS instructor, which is the yellow, NAMS attendee, which is the red, and NAMS insiders member, which is the orange here. But they're all the same other than that. I think you're going to see us doing some kind of a Tim and I've talked about removing the NAMS logo here and the NAMS 13 at the bottom and turning that into a passive income type t-shirt campaign, maybe during the weekend of the workshop. Tim, have you had any more thoughts about that? Is that something we're going to try to do? Are you interested in doing that? Trying to do some Facebook ads and stuff like that about it. I think it's a really cool idea. Yeah, the t-shirts do look awesome. Love that. Okay. We've covered a lot today in 40 minutes. So I got some work to do on the challenge, and I'll try to get that stuff cooking. Since I'm home today, I'll do what I can with that. Talk to you soon, guys. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Oh, sorry. Before I go, I want you to pay attention to the email that I just sent out an hour ago. I'm going to bring that up too. Give me just a second. Because this is really important. If you like passive income, and I know you all do, you want to join us tomorrow. That's not what I wanted. Hold on. You want to join us tomorrow for this thing that we're doing on the workshop about, where is this thing that I'm going to open up Facebook and show it to you. How about that weight loss, huh? Looking good. Let's see. So I just put this email in the insiders group because this is really important. Let's see, how do I get this so that I want to see this whole thing here. Where is it? There. Okay. This is about, I'm making a heck of an offer at the workshop. And I'll tell you what the offer is right now. The offer at the workshop is going to be a program and Achieve Executive. Anytime you achieve executive, and I will coach you on how to achieve executive. At the time that you achieve executive, you will become a NAMS mastermind member. And when I bring up the funnel in the system, you're going to see, we're going to talk about this tomorrow on the webinar as well. When I bring up the funnel, you're going to see that this is an amazing thing for you. So the mastermind is here. And see this? It includes everything above. It's our 10K mastermind, 6 to 10 people per mastermind session. 2 days, 2 times a year, expenses paid except travel. So you get yourself here, wherever here is. It may be Atlanta, it may be our house in Alabama, it may be Birmingham, it may be Gunnersville Lodge, it may be wherever we decide it's going to be. You get yourself there, and it's going to be a mastermind with expenses paid except for travel. But you get the Lifetime MyNAMS Elite Club, which is all of this above. Insiders for life, lifetime email coaching, which is this, the 90-day challenge, which runs 4 times a year, the Insiders Club, all of that stuff, 2 tickets to the NAMS workshop for life. Achieving executive status means you bring in 10 people into the Isogenics program who bring in 2 people. That is not that tough. Not that tough. I'm almost there now. And I'm really excited to do this because it's going to help everybody. And if you do that, this is a 10 times. The reason I'm doing this, as you may or may not know, the reason I'm doing this is that the $10,000 program, you can pay me $1,000 a month for $12,000, or you can pay $10,000 to get into the mastermind program, or you can do this and achieve the executive level and get the mastermind for free by the way, the mastermind is 10,000 per year, 1,000 per month. And if you do the executive level, you get the 10,000 mastermind program in perpetuity as long as you remain an executive. So that's a heck of a deal. Why am I doing that? Because I'm going to make a lot more than $10,000 from you if you do that. And you're going to make about 20K if you do that minimum. So not only are you building a passive income stream, but you're also building a lifelong, I'm telling you, this is like a 401k. You're building a lifelong stream that I'm really excited about. So, and I'm going to coach you all the way through this. You'll have access to me every week about how to build that executive program. And my wife and I coach this together. She coaches on the products, I coach on the business. So I'm really excited to talk about that. Okay. Anything else in here that we want to talk about? Any questions about that? All right, that's tomorrow at 11. Look at your email and then the Insiders Club in Facebook for that webinar tomorrow with Jay Bennett, who, by the way, has made $8 million in this program in 8 years, 1.8 last year. So it really works. That's it. Oh, if you decide you want to, sorry, that ain't it. I've said that's it about 4 times now. If you want to make sure that you're into this program, go ahead and set up a meeting with me and get in. The faster you get in, the higher up in the system you are. So that's important. I'm going to put that link right here, ISA Meet. Go ahead and put that, click on that link, ISA Meet, and what it's going to take you to is this. Which is my scheduler. This hooks right into my calendar. The only thing I set up appointments for on the weekends are this, and any other time during the week. You can schedule an appointment with me 7 days a week for this. That's how much I believe in this. It's taking a minute to come up. So you see Thursday, that's today. I've got those slots open. You can just click on any day, and you'll see the slots that we have available on those days. So it only shows 4 slots, but that's 4 hours, basically. I spend an hour with you going through the program and everything. So if you're interested, set it up. We'll talk to you soon. That is really it. I promise. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.